Nah, I don't want one.
President Trump today said that NBA players kneeling during the national anthem is disgraceful, and he said that nobody has done more
Oh my
him
God.
other than
It's the white girl again.
No.
What?
LeBron hair, bro.
What happened to it?
Bro. Oh my God. The top of his head, fam, look like a damn, bro. You might want to do some more research on hair growth.
That's all I gotta say. I don't want to. I'm not gonna get into it.
I'm gonna tag you in it.
I already know where this could go. Where it could lead to for tomorrow for me.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
That nigga shit. He gonna.
Did you see it?
He must.
Did you see it?
He better go. He need to go back ball.
Here's 1st and 10.
Bro. Is that out of there? Bro, this shit is out of there, bro. That is bad.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
He trying to set, hold on to that little
Results
thing.
on the first play from
Don't they all?
Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Minshew. And a catch good. It's Eifert. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, I was whooping people's ass all last night on Madden with the Vikings.
So first carry now for Thompson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
He shouldn't have called me, but you
It's a
know.
pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Minshew. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Minshew sets to throw, eluding the pressure right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll
I don't know
lose
what my
yardage
analog
here,
tripping.
back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's still running cover for.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down.
That was the fucking first down. He shouldn't even got me because I threw that bitch to my nigga already.
J.J. Watt. And there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
His sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25.
How about the millionaire, baby?
Oh, shit.
Up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 9, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes
These niggas is
down.
not blocking him at all.
J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback
deep for Conley. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Taken at about the 36. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught inside the 5.
And that's what happened when I don't get on the safety. Because my strong safety was not back there where he's supposed to be.
Brandon Cooks.
How he get that bitch off, I don't know.
Touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I gotta get his ass back there since Fortnite injured.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Barnett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Oh, y'all need to block because these niggas is weak as fuck, man. I hate this shit, boy.
Get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back.
What the fuck is...
Still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game.
My game right now. I gotta get back to playing better.
Because they're dominating it allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 2nd and 13, Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun, Minshew to throw.
What the fuck, man?
Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
And he is brought down, but not before.
How come I knew that? Don't hold me.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
Sit down on your ass
Going
and
in
eat.
relaxed. You're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they
Do
get
not
their
get up
focus
no
back.
more. Scoot up. I said scoot up, not to the side. Scoot up.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. Brandon Cooks, the 40. And he will take this one.
What the hell is going on with my joystick?
The 35-yard line.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have have now put themselves in position to score points with that big-time return.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
Yeah.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out.
I don't know, you vlogging.
A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Look at me. Go. Hey, Sam up. Go. Shoot.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz in the sack. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing. It puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Flush to his right. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
61, matchbox, light.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down, it's Thompson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Minshew, forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
What, she talking to me? Oh, well, she stopped. She hear more.
So it looks like we did try to draft it, and then it was returned, and then we tried again on 8-5, and it was returned again, saying that the game was
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. And he fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick.
We got damn joystick, man.
Over there as his guys will get the football back. Count them now, 6 interceptions between
goddamn
last week
internet
and
and
this
shit.
week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's complete to Cooks. That's good for 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Watson. David Johnson here on the catch. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Watson. He gets it to Cooks. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Fuller. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to...
Well, that was not no damn first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, now this from 43. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
So if it's going to come from the same account and he has his phone.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way.
What the fuck is he doing, man? He's running wrong route.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
How did they go fucking deep?
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Corey Grant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. On 4th down, Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Yeah, he just got
That huge loss of the
died.
sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Minshew sets to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I had to change my whole joystick out there. I think the other one just went out.
Pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
But you go to the new one already?
Yeah, I never used the new one.
Pass the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it.
Yeah. And I lost that game my damn self because I didn't run the ball at all.
So Houston going to come away
Yeah,
here
plus with this weak ass joystick, you
and they
kept
were really
going
helped
on.
by
Sit
the
down.
defense,
Ain't
forcing
gonna tell you
3
no more.
turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean
It's
by
nap
that
time.
is
You wanna
in
go take a
the
nap?
old days, pitching
I didn't get on there
shutouts
to
was
do
big
your
time.
work.
That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Houston, they continue to keep pace for that first round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us.
So that's what I get because I ain't played in so long.
Yeah, that's why I'm just a little blamed up too. You resting.
I ain't played in. And that's just me being honest, nigga. I ain't played in on no.
About 2 weeks?
What? Boy?
2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, nigga. Because remember, every time everybody else supposed to play, they never want to play. Cause niggas see I'm out there running and throwing bullshit.
You should have the valuable excuse why you ain't playing. You start getting money.
Mm-hmm.
Get my ass up work.
Niggas still had to get it. Say what that joystick good and gone though.
RIP to that controller, bro.
No.
Y'all had history.
Yeah, shit, that my gone. They fucked me. That's what I don't know if you noticed, like when I was running, I was like, man, why is it stopping? It's giving so much friction. I got to see AFC standing. Oh, I'm still number 2 in AFC, so I ain't tripping. I'ma still oh, fuck the Raiders.
Yeah, because that nigga you played, he was ass.
Yeah, because he run the same zone every time, and then he'll switch it up at the time. But I couldn't run because, you know, my nigga Fortnite hurt to the playoffs. And Brunell, he ain't 80, so his superstar shit don't kick in.